How do you be happy? How do you find happiness when you're in your 30s and still single, when you see your friends, family, everybody settling down, getting married, having kids, and you just haven't met your person yet? How do you conquer this? How do you actually embrace the season that you're in and really truly be able to thrive? How can you actually find happiness, right? Maybe if you're watching this right now, you have been struggling feeling alone. Maybe you're just tired of the dating apps and you feel like dating is absolutely fucked in 2025, which it's definitely tough out here. I mean, it's a battlefield. But how do you truly embrace where you are in your life? Well, if anybody would know, it would be me because I'm 33 and I've been single without a girlfriend for 8 years now, which is actually pretty crazy. I mean, honestly, when was the last time you heard that? You don't hear it too often. It's because so many people are afraid to be alone. And maybe you're feeling hopeless, maybe you're frustrated, maybe you're getting anxiety, you're worried about, you getting older and feeling like you're not going to find your person, but I've got you. I'm going to try and shed as much light on this as possible because I've been able to truly find happiness, find fulfillment, and it's taken me several years. Really took me all throughout my 20s to even really figure out who I was, where I was going, and what I even wanted in life. But I definitely feel like I'm in a much better spot. But if you're new here, welcome to my channel. This is The Ascended Man. My name is Brian. I served in combat in the U.S. Marines at the age of 20. I was a certified personal trainer for over a decade, and I've coached tons of men to peak performance. And now my mission is to help you forge strength, elevate your spirit, and lead with purpose. So let's get into it. The last girlfriend I had, the relationship ended at the end of 2016. And I remember shortly before we broke up, I'm in the kitchen. We're both standing in the kitchen, and my ex is standing there crying. We just got into an argument after like countless arguments, and she's crying. I'm frustrated. I'm mad. And she said, "Brian, you just need to find what makes you happy because I can't be that for you." And it was very emotional. At the time, I just kind of brushed it under the rug. I was pretty angry. I didn't really think much about it. But a couple years later, I realized she was so right. And it wasn't until we moved all of her stuff out and then I ended up moving to a different state and started over a place to myself that I had to decorate. And it was a process, man. I was feeling alone. It was really tough to be by myself. And I found myself getting distracted by things like porn, going on tons of dates, and just having a lot of low vibrational hookups. Really just trying to fill my time because I didn't want to be alone. And I remember it was about a year and a half after we broke up that I had done a lot of reflecting and I realized that I want to actually make peace with her. And so I made peace with her. I sent her an email. We're cool now. We hardly ever talk, but I wish her the best. And what I said is, I thank you for the experiences. I appreciate everything that you taught me because if it wasn't for that experience and all those valuable lessons, I wouldn't be who I am today. And it's true. You really have to find what makes you happy. And if you're single right now, you're in your 30s, it's not too late, man. You have time, but you have to be focusing on the right things. And to truly be happy in general, let's just talk about that. What makes a person happy? Well, I think for men and women, it's different. I think for women, a lot of women and children, they find happiness in just, being joyful, happy. They just want to enjoy life, live life. And men, we should be living life and having fun. But especially if you're in your 20s and 30s, these are prime years for building as men. And we as men, I've talked to a lot of guys about this, but we as men, we find the most happiness in fulfillment. fulfillment in what you're doing for your work. Maybe you like your career. Maybe you love your career. Maybe you don't. You should probably find something that you actually like. Find a different vehicle. We find fulfillment and happiness. Happiness and fulfillment is like the same thing basically for guys. Okay? Find fulfillment in purpose. What are your gifts to the world and how are you giving back? That's what it's all about, right? What are you good at? What do you like? What have people told you that you're good at? And we find fulfillment and happiness when we're giving back and when we're doing things that we enjoy, when we're living a life that truly resonates with our soul. When you're doing things that don't resonate with you and things that you don't enjoy, if you're in a, if you're in a job that you don't like, if you don't like where you live, if you're unhappy with your body, we need to change. Move to the city, move to a new place, be around new people, new energies, switch careers if you want. It's not too late. And being single is the perfect time to make a career switch, to start the side project, start the business, start the hobby, to move to a new place. You don't have to worry about anybody but yourself. So you really just got to pour into yourself. And happiness comes from living a life that's fulfilling. It's having a life of meaning. So if you don't know what your purpose is, I encourage you to start journaling about this. And I encourage you to read more. There's other great YouTube channels and, Jordan Peterson, Ed Milet, Lewis Howes. A really great book I can recommend would be The Greatness Mindset by Lewis Howes. And there's a ton of good books. There's another one. I'm drawing a blank here. But anyway, I'll have to make a separate video on that. But really just pour into yourself. You need fresh perspectives. You need fresh ideas. You need to learn more, expose yourself to more, to try to figure out what lights your soul on fire. You got to go travel. And I was talking to a guy the other day, actually, a friend of mine I've had for about 5 years, and he's not super happy with his job. He's single right now, but he definitely doesn't want to live where we live. He wants to move away. And he doesn't know what career to go into. I mean, he should probably stay in sales because that's what he's done the most. But I asked him to journal about this and write about it and reflect on what he's passionate about, what he feels like his purpose is, and he really doesn't know. And the one thing that he does know is that he wants to go travel. He knows that he wants to have a remote job, which he's never had, where he doesn't have to be tied to a location and he can just go travel and experience new cultures. And I said, well, dude, forget the journaling. There's your answer. That's what your soul tells you. You got to listen to your soul. Then make your priority to get a remote job so you can go travel, because you got to find yourself. And we find ourselves through novel experiences, through novel perspectives. So if you don't even know where to begin with the journaling, then maybe just go travel if you can. Get a remote job and go travel. And then you'll figure it out over time. You don't have to have all the pieces to the puzzle. And actually, that's not even how life works. It takes a long time to figure things out. So that's a tip for you, man. Be happy. How do you be happy when you're single? Make sure that you have good people in your life, man. Like having good friends. If you don't really feel if you feel kind of lonely, like you don't really have any good friends, and maybe you are on this personal growth journey and other people in your life are kind of holding you back and dragging you down, and you're trying to make that transition to actually have, people in your life that are getting after it, start networking. Talk to people that you see. If you see a dude at the gym that looks like a cool guy, I think Bumble and Hinge actually have a feature now where you can, and Facebook as well, where you can connect with people for just platonic relationships, for friendships. So just start networking, go to masterminds, join a gym that's got good energy. Something like ClassPass is a company where you can buy a certain amount of credits per month. You can go try workout classes like martial arts, yoga. And yoga's probably not going to be a place where you're going to meet a lot of good guys. It's good for meeting women. But boot camp places, things like that. Go put yourself in an environment where you can meet people that are interested in things that you're interested in, and you can try and connect with other guys, right? So it's having happiness is having fulfillment, it's having purpose, it's feeling aligned, it's feeling like you're living a congruent life with what your soul tells you. Because when we ignore the calling of our soul, our intuition, right, it causes friction, and it it causes this like cognitive dissonance, this um, just not feeling like we're in flow. So if your intuition's telling you to do something, to move to a new place, to change your friend circle, audit your friend circle, to have a new job, to start that side hobby, that project, whatever it is, man, it could be volunteering, it could be starting a business, it doesn't matter. But um, how you have happiness without having a girlfriend, without having a wife, right? Is having good friends in your life that support you, that you can actually go have fun with. Also, putting yourself in an environment where you could meet high quality women, the grocery store, the gym, yoga studio, doing something in a group activity, really putting yourself out there. And also, it's the same thing for trying to find other high quality guys in your life, right? It's, happiness, man. You don't have to have a girlfriend and a wife. You don't have to check these boxes to really have happiness, because ultimately, if you're not happy now, you're never going to be happy. You have to find happiness within. You have to find peace within. And they talk about when you find your other half, it's wrong. The movies, the TV, the books, all that stuff is wrong. Do you understand that? It's about becoming the man first and completing yourself. It's about realizing that you have everything you need inside. You have to give all that love to yourself. If you don't love yourself and fill your cup up with love first, you can never truly attract your ideal partner, and you can never truly fully love someone else. Right? We hear about all these toxic relationships and people that are like codependent and have trust issues, or they're extra clingy or whatever, and they're insecure, right? We all have our insecurities, but you have to make yourself happy first, because it's not going to be another person. You can never depend on a person for your happiness. You can never put your happiness on someone else. Now, the right woman can, absolutely add so much amazing value to your life, and her feminine energy and being supportive and fun and drama free. And it's absolutely a beautiful thing. But if you're single right now and you're not really that happy and you're feeling lonely, you have to fill the void yourself. No one else can fill it. Now, I will say, God has helped me a lot with this. Prayer, connecting with God, higher power, source, the divine, whatever you want to call it. This isn't about going to church. This isn't about religion. This isn't about any of that. It's just about the creator, because that higher power has really helped me overcome so many things in my life that I couldn't do myself when I've hit rock bottom. So, and just ask God for him to light your path, and for God to bring that woman into your life. So you can make yourself happy, but you also have to learn to be happy alone. You have to learn to be content alone in solitude. I actually wrote something here that I'm going to read. And here we go. The strength of solitude. The experience of solitude has taught me so much about life. It enables you to get back in touch with your true self in order to hear the faint whispers that call to your soul. It's hard to hear these whispers with other noise and distractions in our life. Getting caught up in all the external distractions of the world causes us to lose ourselves and makes it difficult to hear the voice that whispers our destiny. Listen to your heart, and you will find the truth inside, in whatever way that may be that you're seeking to discover. Oftentimes we can't hear this voice because it's very quiet. But if we tune in, we can find the answers we seek inside and the clues in the world around us. These clues are gifts that point us in the direction leading us back home to who we are, experience in life, and reflection. We do not learn from experience, we learn from reflecting on experience. So basically what that means is you have to be in touch with your intuition and solitude, being in silence, putting your phone away, putting it on do not disturb for periods of time, going for a walk with nothing in your ears, outside, out in nature, near water, near trees, away from the cars, away from the noise. Turn the music off, driving your car with no music sometimes. I have got so much clarity in my life just from spending time in solitude, and it's such a priceless thing. So I really encourage you to do that because it's really going to give you the clarity that you need in your life. And the issue is now you so many people have so much extra noise in our life. We have bickering friends and family and all YouTube and Instagram and all this fucking noise in front of our face and our ears constantly. You have to silence that stuff because you're never really going to be able to hear your intuition, like actually try and figure out what your purpose is, where you want to go, where you want to move to, what job you want to have, what actual kind of woman do you want in your life. And that's the thing. Now you can actually figure out the qualities that you want in a woman. You can reflect in solitude on your past relationships and determine what qualities you want in a woman and what qualities you don't want in a woman. So it's really going to be so big. You got to find happiness for yourself first, man. No one else is going to bring you happiness if you can't bring happiness yourself. And that means going and doing things alone. Go wine and dine yourself. Take yourself to a movie. And just start doing things that you enjoy. Whatever you like to do, fill your time and your day and your energy into things that resonate with you, things that you like. So move to the new city if you want. It's a perfect time to. Quit the job, start a new one. I mean, I would recommend finding a new job while you have yours and don't just jump ship. I've done that before and it's not the best move. But man, right now you can be the architect of your life and design it exactly how you want it to be. It's up to you. So just, don't think that you just have to relationship hop, because if you feel like you always need a girlfriend, you always need somebody, you always have to go out with friends, do stuff alone. At first, it's kind of uncomfortable, but you get used to it after a while. And it's good for your confidence. It's good for, feeling self-sufficient is, just go take yourself out. Be alone. It's okay. And have good supportive friends in your life, positive influences. If people aren't serving you, if people are energy vampires and not adding value to your life, they gotta fucking go, man, because you're not getting any younger. You're not old, but you're not getting any younger. And men truly are in their prime years in their 30s and 40s if you're focused on the right things. Also, delete the dating apps for a while if you really don't feel like you're getting any luck from it. Just delete them for a while. I deleted dating apps for years. It wasn't until I built my money, my career, my body, my mind, I started reading more, becoming smarter, having better conversations, becoming more of an intellectual, really just building more value into myself, becoming the ascended man. It wasn't until I really started building myself up that I felt like, okay, now I can start using the dating apps again. And then it becomes leverage, because they say that 10% of guys in your area are getting 90% of the high quality women. And those guys that's the more actual high value guys, right? When you have a lot more to offer. So the low vibrational hookups just to fill the time, it's not it, man. It's draining, drain your energy, drain your money. It's a time waster. And also too, let's not waste these girls' times either, man. Let's stop breaking hearts. Let's stop wasting people's time. Unless you just want to have a transactional relationship, but it's honestly not really that fulfilling. Okay, so anyway, That's all I got for you guys today. Just remember, relationships are like music. You should never make music with anyone who does not value and appreciate your lyrics, because no matter how beautiful the song, no matter how beautiful the melody, the lyrics, if they can't appreciate it, then it's going to fall into deaf ears. So just pour into yourself right now. Learn to be alone, embrace solitude, and remember, if you're not happy now, if you can't make yourself happy, no one else is going to make you happy. That's all I got for you guys today. If you found this video helpful, I want you to hit that like button, comment down below something you're going through, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.